Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nissim Black Show. I am back here in Israel, back in studio. Happy to be with all of you. The saga continues, ladies and gentlemen. The saga continues. Some things just don't change. I mean, riots in the streets, ICE agents being accosted by Antifa thugs, as President Trump says. I mean, I don't even think these guys are worthy of being called thugs. When I grew up, thug meant something completely different than these people. I think these people are just nutbags. Every single one of them belong in some house somewhere with padded walls and with 24-hour supervision. You're talking about complete creeps all over New York going crazy at ICE agents as if they're doing something. They're not doing anything but making themselves look like idiots. And I thought that these guys were labeled as a terrorist organization. Did it happen? Did it not happen? Because if so, then we need to be racking all these people up. That coupled also too with the other crazy people, the pro-Palestinian gang protesting, not only in America, but also in Canada. Would you ever thought? I want to roll this clip so you can see how idiotic these people are already. It is just mind-blowing that these people live in the United States. It's crazy. Wait, before you get back to the show, I just want to let you know that we have launched Nissim Black Store. All you have to do is go online, order yourself one of these amazing mugs, God is King, with a matching t-shirt. We have a whole plethora of different shirts that are all about representing God wherever you go. As believers in the one true God of Israel, it is our duty not to hide, not to back down, not to shy away from expressing our faith wherever it is that we go. If you want to go and walk righteously before your God with a nice t-shirt, with a nice sweater, with a mug that's reminding us constantly that God is here with us, go to nissimblack.store and make sure you get yourself some merch. It really helps support this channel and everything that we're doing and everything that we plan to do. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. I thank you all for all of your support. Okay, back to the show. Like, does this person, I don't know if that's he or she, whatever, it's 2025, y'all cut me some slack. Does this person really think they're going to be able to stop a car? A truck at that. Looks like a Tahoe or something like that, Traverse or something. I mean, what is with these people? You got to be nuts to do things like that. This is what I'm saying. This is not thug. This is crazy house.
Sidewalk! Move back! Move back!
And I'm telling you right now, this gets much worse when Mamdani's in office. It gets much worse. If you think that it's going to get better, I don't know who would ever be under that illusion that New York is going to get better after Mamdani takes office. You will see more of the same, probably on steroids. On steroids. You're going to see the same thing. And this is just what happens when lawlessness abounds in the world. When you have an education system, when people have been raised by other idiots, and when wokeism and critical race theory and all these other nonsensical things become the curriculum, these are the type of human beings that you produced. People that don't contribute to society, think that everything's supposed to be for free for them. They're supposed to get handouts. People should be able to come to the country for free, right? And live off of other people's tax dollars. This, ladies and gentlemen, is insanity at its finest. At its finest. I'm not going to stop. There's more clips. More clips. Look. Pepper spray. And the question with all of this is for what? What are they accomplishing? That's the biggest question for me. I always want to ask you, like, if you are doing something, you have to have some type of purpose. What is the game plan? Are people going to listen to you? You have a likelihood that people are actually going to hear what you're going to have to say. No, you don't have a likelihood of that. But I'm telling you, these people are paid bad faith actors, and they are there just to create chaos. Some of them are paid. Some of them do this on the house, okay? But I guaranteed you the overwhelming majority of these people are getting paid to create havoc and create chaos, and you're going to just see more of this when Mamdani assumes power, right? Along with that, there's also been several pro-Palestinian Islamists marching through New York City, also while waving foreign flags, America first, as you would call it. And this is really where I say, just go back to wherever you came from, right? If you have that much allegiance and that much support you have for Palestine or for Gaza, for, all these other countries, these Arab countries, go back to them. Don't be here or in the United States. Why go there and make all that noise as if you were being heard? What is the point? And this is what I'm saying, that when people start to do things that are not bringing about any fruits, it's not bearing any fruit, then that is called insanity, people. And that's what we are dealing with. It is just complete insanity. And I want to show you another clip, and this is ridiculous. This is right here in America. So, America, wake up. Wake up. All these things that, everybody's been so busy, especially on the right. What are we dividing over Charlie Kirk and Israel, all these other things? And what's happening before everybody's eyes is the Islamization, whatever the case is, of the United States. And it's happening. There was a guy protesting who was wearing a dummy or a mock suicide bomb, marching down the streets, screaming, globalize the Antifada. I have the video. I'm going to show you. But this is how it starts. It starts as a costume, and then it turns into the real thing. And if I didn't tell you that this was the United States, you would have thought that this was somewhere else. And it's right. It's not only the United States. It's also happening in Ottawa, also happening in Canada, in Europe. I present to you Canada, ladies and gentlemen.
Long live our resistance! Long live our resistance!
From Gaza to Beirut!
From Gaza to Beirut!
Our resistance we salute!
Our resistance we salute!
So meanwhile, all this is going on, and how these people are completely erased. These guys are delusional, so far separated from reality. In the Middle East is a completely different reality going on. A completely different reality. As people are, doing all these protests and going wild over here, there's different marches taking place in the streets over here. Gaza is not what they're saying it is. What's going on in Israel is not what they're saying that it is. These people are completely detached from reality. And the reason why I say that is because somebody just sent me a clip of a march that was actually taking place just here a few days ago in Syria. In Syria. I want to show you this. If I did not tell you that this was Syria, you would think that it's something else. If I did not tell you that this was Syria, trust me, you would think that this is somewhere else. Just like you wouldn't have thought that was New York. If I would have told you that 10 years ago, this is what New York was going to look like, you would have never thought that this is what Syria would look like just a few days ago. By the way, they are celebrating, and these are Druzim. Thousands of Druzim come together celebrating Bibi Netanyahu, or hundreds. I don't know if it's hundreds or thousands. I think it's hundreds. Go and celebrate a public celebration parade celebrating Bibi Netanyahu and the state of Israel. This is what they're doing. Completely different reality than the reality that the people on the streets of New York are even seeing. And this is why I'm saying you cannot allow yourself to be swept up into all of the nonsense and what's being fed to a person on the news, right? I was somewhere at a program for Passover just this past year, and one of the waitresses was Russian. I think another one was Ukrainian or whatever. And I was talking to them, and she said, you have to realize the news that you guys get here in America is completely different than the news that is going on around the rest of the world. You get a different type of news. And some of it, you could chalk it up to media. You could say that media is playing the game. Media is doing this. They're only allowing these stories in and those stories in. And then other times, you have to realize that every media, no matter what it is, whatever country it is, has their best interests. And what's going on now is that today's in the age of new media is that you have different, not only content creators, but you have the people themselves. They're able to send in videos all the time and show you what's actually going on in these places, right? So for months, they were telling you about a crisis of food in Gaza and all that, and it was debunked after debunked of another video, more evidence, more receipts that this was actually not true. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you a clip that, again, if I didn't tell you where it was, you wouldn't believe where it was. Here is Gaza. Just how long ago? A couple days ago? Less than a week ago or something like that. You have to see the clip. Fraud, ladies and gentlemen. Fraud.
في مدن العالم التفوق خيار، لكن في غزة التفوق معركة ضد الحرب، معركة ضد الظروف، معركة ضد كل صوت.
They are celebrating the largest cake in Gaza. Maybe they're eating it because everybody was starving. I have no idea. But that's what this is right now.
يوقف حلب ويطفي النار. نكرم أول 30 طالب على مستوى قطاع غزة بالثانوية العامة. بنكرم العقول اللي تحدت الدمار وتخطط الخوف وكسرت حاجز المستحيل.
Can't you just see the people in despair, just globalizing the Antifada right now? Can't you just see them in despair and sadness and poverty and hunger? Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, don't fall for the fake news. Don't fall for the fake news. There will be plenty of it. And these protesters and all these other things like that, it is a lost cause. They're fighting for a lost cause, and it means absolutely nothing. And I'm telling you, these things don't get better once you get people like Mamdani in office and in positions of power. And these progressives, right? And even on the right, all these knuckleheads also too. There's just they're really all the same people. The truth is they're really all the same people. And this is how you can see. I'm showing you clips from real time here in Israel, in the Middle East, in Gaza. You can see for yourself the contrast. That's why I thought it was so important to bring you the show today, to show you the contrast of what's going on, right? And New York City, and in Ottawa, Canada, on the streets over there, as opposed to what's actually going on over here. Don't fall for the fakeness. And the real way not to fall for these things are to be connected to the truth of all truth. That is the only way. Remember, always serve God or live trying. Like, subscribe. See you in the next clip. I don't have to tell you that in our fast-paced lives, we rarely stop to just breathe, to reconnect ourselves with Hashem and with our purpose. And that's why I'm really excited to tell you about Kavana, an incredible new app that helps bring mindfulness and Jewish spirituality into everyday life. It's filled with guided meditations, music, sleep stories, quick 1-minute pauses, and daily inspiration, all designed to help you live with more Kavana, with more intention, more presence, and more meaning. And right here on the Kavana app, I'll be releasing a brand new guided Heat Bodedut series, a powerful journey into personal prayer and connection with the Creator. So go download the Kavana app today, sign up, and join me for the course.